everybody, to the South Hockey Network, live on YouTube, live from Glenview Community Ice Center. The Titans are back at home for this one as they match up for the third and final time in the regular season versus the Carmel Catholic Corsairs. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. We thank the Glenview Bank and Trust for being our presenting sponsor and making these broadcasts possible all season long. My name's Dylan Ward. Gerard Boris is your technical engineer. Brad Cesario on scoreboard duty, and none other than David Ventura here joining me in the booth. And David, this is your final Glenbrook South hockey broadcast of your college winter break. So hopefully we can make it count and the team makes it count.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate, Dylan, that's the last one, but I guess, what do they say? All good things got to come to an end or something like that?
Yeah.
But I'll be back next year unless I decide to go to another country and take a class, which is, I guess, in the realm of possibilities. But this is all these games within the rest of the SHL season, huge games for the Titans because obviously seeding is super important. And, you know, I'm just going to steal what you told me, which was that if the Titans win this game, they can clinch a playoff seed. Now, I didn't know that. Dylan told me that, just so for the folks at home, just so the folks at home are aware. I don't want to take credit for that. But, you know, you don't want that 8th seed in the playoff spot. You want that, you know, obviously top 4 is ideal, but if you can't get that 5 or 6.
Especially, David, top 4 even more ideal because if you remember last year, the SHL unveiled a new format where Game 1 and 2 was at American Heartland Ice Arena, where all the playoffs are kind of centralized. Well, they have abandoned that this year, so they are going back. Good. They're going back to how they did it, and that makes that top 4 even more important because you want to have that home ice advantage. And before we get underway, this is, since David, this is your last broadcast here of your winter break, this is officially the final day of our penalty guessing game in which Gerard currently leads 1-0 to 0 to 0 to 0 to 0. So we're going to need your submission. Why don't you think about that while I let the people at home know who we have. I picked Ben Vavra for a trip. Gavin picked Max Vavra for interference. Brad picked Aiden Gamble for a trip. Caden Gornick, or I should say Gerard picked Caden Gornick for a high stick. So what do you got?
Bickers for roughing. Is he here?
He should be. All right,
there he is.
Bickers for roughing. David,
is it me, or does it look like Carmel's got a short bench?
Maybe a little bit. They are coming off a winter classic out in Lake Forest, the first ever SHL Winter Classic.
They have like 13 skaters. I just counted.
Yeah, they've got a shorter just roster in general. A lot of guys that are not on their varsity team, even though they have some games played, call-ups between Varsity 2 and Varsity 1. But, David, you called the game here against Lake Forest on Saturday night, and then you were color with Anthony Pasquale against the St. Ignatius Wolfpack on Sunday. And both those games, the Titans came back late in the third period and tied the game up and eventually lost in either overtime or a shootout. But, David, that's the beautiful thing about hockey is if you can take a game to overtime, you do get that 1 point. And on the day of, you want to win and you don't want to lose. But when you talk about standings and seeding long-term, 2 points is the equivalent of a victory, and that's what the Titans got in those 2 losses. As we are underway from Glenview Ice Center, the Titans wearing their brand new alternates, the blue and gold, with GBS written across the front. Carmel Catholic wearing their white jerseys. Here's Blake Hoffer, a quick shot. He's coming off a 3-point effort, points in 5 straight SHL games.
So Dylan, Carmel is playing with 14 players today, so that's gonna be a huge factor in this one.
14 skaters.
14 skaters and 2 goalies. That's gonna be a big factor. Normally you're dressing 18 skaters and 2 goalies, especially once you go down the third period, see a lot of the same guys on the ice over and over again. But again, we'll see how it plays out in this one.
Like I said, Carmel coming off a 4-1 loss. They've struggled to score goals in their last 2 games, David, being outscored 9-2 across those 2 games against Lake Forest and New Trier Green. New Trier, maybe, you know, you can brush that one off and just New Trier is the best team in the state. I think everyone agrees with that statement at the moment. But those games against Lake Forest, especially when you talk about this Carmel team that's 4 points out of the playoffs, fighting for their lives here down the stretch. Those are games you want to win if you're the Corsairs. As Deacon Rose pokes this one ahead, the now senior. David, you played against Deacon Rose as he was a freshman your senior year. As Havlis gets this down low for Rose, centered it, Capelong, poked out of there. Blake Hoffer looking to poke that one ahead, and he just couldn't get it past Bickers as Pajerski was trying to help out, and the Titans will be whistled there for offsides.
Yeah, Dylan Deacon Rose, obviously the guy on this Corsairs team to watch out for. 19 points in 23 games. Only that, but he's got 5 points on the power play, so he's able to find a way to put the puck in the back of the net. Not really a liability out there either. Not sure the plus minus, but 4 penalty minutes. Only 2 penalty minutes in those 23 games.
Goalie matchup tonight, you've got Tommy Steiner, the senior for the Corsairs. 6-4-2 record in the SHL. 2.57 goals allowed average, 923 save percentage. Thomas Preston, the freshman here on the home side for the Titans. He's, of course, 12-7-5, 261 goals allowed average, and a 904 save percentage. Both goaltenders tonight each have 1 shutout so far in the SHL this season. As this one's forced out to neutral ice by Will Fagan. He will get it back. Fagan in his own zone. Out to neutral ice. Sokol deflects it in, past center ice, so no icing. As Caden Gornick takes it behind the goal line. Gornick being pressured by Sokol, and it gets kicked out to the neutral zone. Will Fagan will retreat. Dick trying to poke it ahead. This one backhanded in by Chester Cirkland, who, by the way, is playing in only his 5th SHL game of the season. Also plays on Varsity 2. Number 22 for the Corsairs. This one shot wouldn't go as it gets cleared out to the neutral zone. Josh Bross over the line, left wing side, pressured by Aiden Weller. Bross near side corner, centered it. Cirkland tried to tip that one home. Could have had a good look for a goal here in his 5th game of the season, but he could not beat Thomas Preston, who got a piece of it. Now Boris chips this one off the near boards and down. Boris gets to the puck, plays it for Bunnell. Evan Bunnell, boy, is he hot, David. 2 goals to tie the game up in the 3rd period. Last game for the Titans on Sunday down at Fifth Third Arena, and just in general, getting those goals and assists as of late. Now he tries for one there. That one just goes wide of the left post. Boris had the pass to him, but the other way comes Carmel. Lincoln Stokel ahead for Gamel, but Aiden Weller, good D, and he's able to get that one off of his stick. What a move here by Van Bickers. Centered it. Here's a shot. That one wide. Rebound wouldn't go as it hit the side of the net. What a move there by number 2 in white, brown, and gold to set that one up. And David, something funny about Van Bickers for this Carmel team. Well, meanwhile, here's Hoffer 1-on-2, but he gets the puck poked off his stick. Is Van Bickers actually played for the Stevenson Patriots last season, and his family moved over the offseason, or I guess the summer, and he transferred to Carmel Catholic. So maybe one of the rare times you've got a...
Did they actually move? They didn't have to move because Carmel's Catholic.
Well, I know that, but they did move. I did some investigation.
Oh, okay.
So Ligori shoots that one blocked by Weller. So anyway, one of the rare players, and David, maybe the only player in history to play on 2 different SHL teams. As close to you'll get as a trade or a free agency sort of thing in high school hockey.
Listen, the McCaulays are traders, man. They had Marty at South and Connor at Loyola.
Yeah, that's right. As Weller comes over the line down the right wing side, gets tripped, and that's going to be a penalty. Holding is going to be the call, and me and Brad both just got robbed. As the Titans will head to a power play, but guess what, David? Oh, no, that's not Christian Leeson. So Mark Elwanger will go to the box. No one guessed him. No one guessed a hold.
Horrible call. If it's not on Bickers, it doesn't count.
And guess what, David? You know what that means. Girard has officially just won the steak dinner for the first penalty game here on the South Hockey Network by a final score of 1-0 to 0 to 0 to 0.
Well, so he didn't win anything because he was supposed to pay for it.
Yeah, so he has won a steak dinner that he has to pay for. As this one's cleared out by the Corsairs. Titans power play. Nearly giving that one up. Very hot as of late. I mentioned that the Titans tied their last 2 games late to force OT. Both of those occasions, they tied it with a power play goal. This one centered Surma wide open, and he shoots. That one stopped by Tommy Steiner, and Frank Surma, not quite a breakaway, but a one-on-one.
So we get a good look of it here. It's the right idea there by Sokol to move that over to Surma. And then good heads-up play there by Surma to try to catch the goaltender sliding. Fortunately, unable to do so. You get a good look of it behind the net.
It's a great pass, too.
As Steiner just traps that under the glove just above the blocker.
Carmel able to clear this one down. The Titans looking to continue some of their power play magic. The Corsairs also one of 3 teams in the SHL not to have a shorthanded goal this season yet. As Hoffer sends this one in down the left wing side, bounces below the goal line. Picked up by the Corsairs. That's Caden Gornick. He will clear. It's now 3 times Carmel has sent the puck the length here on this Titan power play.
I almost forgot we were on a power play.
Now, the Titans need to get something going here in their offensive zone. Mulvey brings the puck around to the far side. Pajurski backhands it deep, but a little too much elevation on that one. It goes out of play, and that's going to bring the face-off, I believe, outside the zone.
Yeah, not an ideal start for the Titans. Hopefully they can pick things up. Obviously tough, you know, with this being Wednesday, a final exams week.
Yep.
So, you know, regardless of if you are a...
Hoffer's going to the box. I have no idea why.
I'm thinking that he just has some equipment issues and needs more space.
Yeah, it looks like he's sitting down, taking off the glove, so you're exactly right there, David. 30 seconds to go on this Glenbrook South power play as Mulvey pins it up against the near board. Surma swoops in, grabs a loose one, gets it over to Will Fagan. Fagan shoots. That one stop rebound. Sokol put that one wide. Will Fagan coming off the goal against Lake Forest on Saturday night. Ryan Mulvey to Cesario now. Top of the right circle down to Surma. Frank Surma. Off the end boards. Down to Sokol. He tried to get it back up to Surma, but missed him with the pass. And the Titans have to reset. They're trying to catch Carmel in a change. Here comes Sokol. Leaves it. Surma, nice move, but then he couldn't get around the second guy, Christian Leeson. And David, that will finish the Titans power play. We are back to 5-on-5. Here's Leaston. Puck off the end boards, Weller. Now Stokel intercepts. Lincoln Stokel got it to Gamble. That one in his skates as it bounces out to neutral ice and beyond. Cesario turning on the speed. Gets to the puck, centers it. Preston gets a shot on goal. That one stopped by Stanley. Or Steiner, I should say. And Carmel gets the puck back. Ligori over to Stokel, who sends it down. Aiden Weller picks it up. Runs into Ligori. And the Titans still can't get this one out. Stokel taken away by Preston. Now Higgins pokes this one ahead. Here comes Jack Higgins down the right wing side. Pressure behind him and Ben Vavra. And he gets taken down without a call. Actually, there is a call.
There is not. Just the net's off.
Gotcha.
One of the problems that the Titans have been having, at least recently, is giveaways. And we'll go back to the defensive zone giveaway, right? Out in front to one of the Carmel Corsairs.
Exit replay, hit the main.
Okay. We're getting coached over here by Coach Boris. I still, I guess I'm learning the replay system. Oh.
What a deflection, Jonah Weiss. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. The Titans strike first, and it's Weiss's second goal of the SHL season.
Dylan, I interrupted your goal call, man. I didn't even see what happened, to be honest with you.
Oh, just wait till you get a look at the goal cam on this one. Holy. What a goal for number 15 in blue there.
Oh.
Deflected it down, hopped on the ice, and beat Tommy Steiner. And the Titans strike first here in this one. They've got a pretty good record when they strike first, 8-2-1 on the season. Meanwhile, Carmel, when they allow the first goal, 2-8-1. So an inverted regulation record there. 1-0 South, shots on goal 6-4. As the Titans, David, in their last 4 games have hit that 30-shot mark in all 4 of those. And in spite of 2 losses, this one ahead for Hoffer. 2-0, Blake Hoffer scores! He played catch with Benji Pajurski, and the Titans make it 2 goals in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, really good passing play there by the Titans. Haven't seen a lot of that as of late. Hoffer moves it over to Pajurski.
Boy, how'd they find the
Pajurski
space?
pass to Hoffer. And you know what, Dylan? If you're the coach of the Corsairs, that's a good question to ask. How did you allow a 2-on-1 from your own from the offensive zone? How do 2 Titans players get through your defense?
All right, so a good start for Glenbrook South. You're already up 2-0 in the first period. David, to finish my thought that Blake and Benji interrupted me while I was saying was that the Titans...
I know, no consideration, huh?
Yeah, the Titans in their last 4 games, though, in spite of 2 OTLs, have outshot their opponents in all 4 of those. They have hit at least 30 shots on goal in their last 4 games. And for the Carmel Catholic Corsairs, well, they allow the most shots in the SHL, averaging 34.8 allowed per game. So
yeah, definitely struggling.
Yeah.
Corsairs this year. And that's, you know, kind of the reality of high school hockey, right? It's who do you graduate and who do you get from those lower classes, and how can you develop the kids at a younger age?
Gornick plays it off the boards, looks for an option, tries a shot, hit the side of the net. Gamble gets to it. Far side corner, plays it to the near side, back for Gornick. But Weller chasing after him. Behind the net it goes, Luke Fagan. Fagan, pressured by Ligori. Getting the loose puck, though, is Weller. Playing it out to Stevens, off the near boards and out. Gornick picks it up in the neutral zone. Hoffer stealing the puck from him. Blake Hoffer, who extended a point streak to 6 consecutive games with that goal.
So, Dylan, on the Jonah Weiss goal, Jack Higgins pick up an assist, which is his first point.
First SHL point of the year. Good pickup by you there, David. So,
I don't know if that's a good pickup by me, more just good notes by you.
And he's actually the last remaining Titan yet to record a point in the SHL play. Here's a centering pass by Evan Bonnell. 3-0 Titans here with 7:30 to go in the first period.
This is more or less how the Titans wanted this game to go. I mean, they're really connecting on the passes. These past 5 minutes have been excellent for the Titans, at least on the connecting for passes play. You got a Carmel Corsairs player falling down the neutral zone, creates a little more space for the Titans to set up a chance, and Carmel's going to take a timeout here, probably a smart choice, but Lytle moves it up to Bonnell, who scores that. And I don't know, do we have 9 different people on the score sheet?
I'm not exactly sure there, David, but talk about a guy like Evan Bonnell. He went his first, let's see here, 17 games of SHL play without a goal. And David, that makes it goals in 4 of his last 6 games, as he is really heating up here in the SHL.
And you want everyone to heat up at this point in the season.
So PJ Eberhardt talking things over with his men. Titans off to a fast start here, and David, for whatever reason, it just seems like the Titans score a lot of goals against the Carmel Catholic Corsairs. We saw them put up a 10 spot last season in a 10-2 victory. As it looks like Carmel is done chatting. No coach involved in the Glenbrook South huddle, just a player chat. So if you're the Carmel coach, David, what did you just say to your guys at the bench?
No, I don't know what there is really to say to your team, right?
Well, why else do you call a timeout?
Except for the fact that defensively Carmel is really struggling, but it's kind of been the theme for them this whole season.
Elwanger centered it. Now right in front, Rose takes a shot. That one stopped by Preston. And David, you mentioned it. The Corsairs, not too bad in terms of goals scored. They've got 67 on the year in their 23 games. That's a just under 3 average. That's tied for 5th in the SHL, but like you said, defensively is really where they struggle. Like we mentioned, 34 shots allowed per game and 3.37 goals allowed per game. That's second to last, just above Fenwick.
Yeah, and also...
Now Cesario couldn't keep that one on his forehand.
So you take a look at the two goaltenders for Catholic, or for Carmel Catholic, rather. So they got a 3-on-2 chance.
Yeah, here comes Gamble ahead of one. Then he lost the puck, and Will Fagan's able to grab that. Not even a shot attempt there, David.
Yeah, Titans bailed out there as Carmel's able to take a step right through McPherson, but loses control of the puck. But back to my point on the goaltenders, Dylan. You got Stanley, who has played 9 games. He's got almost 5 goals allowed on average, but still has an above 500 record, 6-5-2.
Actually, these are supposed to be switched.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh.
that was my bad on the prep sheets. As Hoffer streaking by the blue line, he's got himself a breakaway. Hoffer could not beat Stanley this time, or Steiner, I should say.
Oh.
But he does get taken down behind the goal line, and it looks like Van Bickers might have just gotten ejected from the game.
Wait, so can we do... Thankfully, Hoffer's able to come
the
up.
cross-check
But
right into the boards.
Can we do it where we get brownie points?
I don't know, but look, there you go. Van Bickers
Wait, I want to see this.
being ejected from this game after that
My
cross-check.
favorite question is when Brad goes, did they get a penalty?
Hey, Cesario, you got ejected? Yeah, you got ejected. You know why? Yeah, hey, Muppet. Go ahead.
As Joe Hoffer reacts to that. Luckily, Blake Hoffer seems to be okay, but the ejection, David, usually that means we're going to get a look at a 5-minute major power play. As a result, they're still working it all out.
So I played the
there it
replay a
is
few
in
times.
game sheet.
Did you see? So last game when the Titans were in overtime, I kept playing the replay of when St. Ignatius felt like they kind of got screwed over of a non-penalty.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I saw that part.
And Gerard tells me to stop playing the replay.
All right, so there you go, David. 5 minutes of power play time for the Titans. And, of course, if maybe some of you watching at home don't know all the rules and intricacies of hockey, when there's a 5-minute call, you get all 5 minutes. And you can score as many as you'd like. So a huge opportunity for the Titans to really blow things open here. Already up 3-0.
Okay, so I say, since I don't feel like it's fair that Gerard won his own game, well, maybe not that it's not fair, but I think someone else deserves a steak dinner.
Isn't it your game? Yeah. Gerard.
Well, we just said that he's... Okay, so we'll play a new game. Next Titan goal scorer on this power play...
All right, give me Ryan Mulvey.
...gets a steak dinner from Boris.
All right, I like that. Gets a steak dinner from the parents of whoever they scored the goal.
No, specifically from Boris.
All right, well, the Titans bring it in. The Corsairs clear again. So the Titans 0 for 1 on the power play, but it was
not an ideal start. All right, so I take Surma.
All right, well, here comes Benji Pajurski. Over the line, left wing side, puts on the brakes, gets it up to Will Fagan. Whiffed on a shot. Now he gets it back, has some space in the slot, shoots. That one stopped by the blocker of Tommy Steiner. Rebound goes behind the goal line. The Titans fight for possession. Ben Vavra pins it up against the boards. Sokol comes free with it. Still plenty of time on this man advantage. Ryan Mulvey gets it down to the circle for Surma. Frank Surma back to Mulvey. Mulvey shoots. Stop, rebound. They try and stuff it home. Will Fagan and Sokol were both down low. And it looks like we might have another penalty here.
I don't think so. We'll get a good look at the replay here. There's no penalty after that. Gerard to apologize. That doesn't happen too often. Because actually that puck does drop loose.
Maybe an early whistle. Anyway, the Titans win the face-off as Weller gets it down to Surma. Frank Surma back up to Weller. Here's a shot. That one stopped, held on to as Will Fagan, the defenseman, playing down low on this power play.
Titans generating chances, but that's a shot from the point that gets smothered up by the goaltender. Like those shots got to be lower, where they're creating rebounds.
Face off at the left wing circle. Adam Sokol takes it. Sokol down in the corner. Looking over his options. Adam Sokol behind the goal line. Gets it to the near side for Will Fagan. Frank Surma, who's got 2 power play goals this SHL season, goes down to Cesario far side corner. Cesario back up to Weller. Aiden Weller back for Cesario. Left circle shoots. That one blocked by Christian Leaston right in close of the Corsairs. Cesario gets it back. Cesario surveying. Looking over his options, goes to Sokol right there. He gets a shot off. That one deflected high, up and out of play. 2:40 to go here on this major power play for the Titans.
And the Titans have been set. It's been in Carmel zone rather, for almost all of the power play. Just the Titans unable to find a way to put the puck in the back of the net. But if they continue throwing chances at the net, you got to figure within in the next 57 seconds they'll bury one.
Bennell off a face-off win goes down to Stevens. That one just passes stick as the first power play unit back on the ice for Jim Philbin. Here's Stevens, and cleared out of there. Bennell has been getting more and more time on the power play, sort of acting as a second defenseman, as the Titans have 1 D and 4 forwards out there here on this unit. Hoffer, nice touch pass to Mulvey. Here comes that defenseman, Ryan Mulvey, in on net. Could not bury that one, now gets it to Hoffer. Bennell goes up high with it. Pajerski, lots of space, decides to go over to Mulvey instead, shoots one. That's stopped by the goaltender. Rebound is loose and goes down to the far side corner. Mark Alwanger, and eventually Hoffer able to get to it. Tried to play that one back down to Mulvey. Probably should have gone to Bennell, so it gets cleared down. As we're down to 1:40 to go on this major penalty. Titans still without a power play goal on it. Here's Hoffer over the line, right wing side. Hoffer centered at Surma. Frank Surma. Up to Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey with a shot. Looking for a deflection. Will Fagan down there near the goal. But absorbed by Tommy Steiner.
Yeah, Dylan, and if the Titans score another one in this period, maybe Carmel starts to consider pulling their goaltender. Just trying to find a way for them to get back in the game, in this game. But if they can kill off the rest of this minute 26, that would be huge for the Corsairs.
Face-off win goes up to Surma. Now Cesario. Down low, Sokol. Back to Cesario, left circle. Ryan Mulvey by the Glenview Stars logo takes a shot. That one missed the net off the glass. Regained by the Titans. Frank Surma down to Sokol. Adam Sokol plays it up to Cesario. Jonathan Cesario trades places with Ryan Mulvey. Now Cesario has it up high, left wing side. Goes down to Mulvey. Tries a shot, that one blocked by Leaston. Christian Leaston has made 2 shot blocks here on this penalty kill for the Corsairs, which suddenly only has 45 seconds remaining. Frank Surma over the line, left wing side. Tries a shot, that one got blocked and deflected wide. Will Fagan down in the near side corner. Titans play this one up, but Ryan Mulvey just out of the reach. And it has to be chased all the way down. Ryan Mulvey. Titans change him up. Everyone but the captain. Mulvey down to the near side corner. Got it to Ben Stevens. Up to Pajerski. Benji Pajerski threw it to Fagan. Had a wide open net, but couldn't get it to his forehand in time. And he's unable to bury the backhand instead.
Yeah, and the Titans power play line's getting good, in-game practice, if you will, considering the fact that this is a 3-0 game. Obviously, they need to continue the pressure, but getting reps in practice is a lot different than games, especially when it comes to power plays.
So there you have it. The Carmel Catholic Corsairs have successfully killed off the 5-minute major, and we are back to 5-on-5 play. Blake Hoffer shoots. That one is frozen eventually by Tommy Steiner after a little bobble there.
And listen, Dylan, when it comes to state, really in state, because that's a one-and-done thing, if you could capitalize on the opportunity that the other teams give you, which in this case is power plays, that's going to almost be the differentiator, because you see a lot of, heavy contact games in that state playoff. So they are a little more lenient, but you do see guys go to the box. If you can capitalize on those, that's what's going to take you a long way. That's what you saw York do when they were the 7th seed. I mean, they really took advantage when they were on the power play.
Yeah, David, you're exactly right. And you talk about the difference between state playoffs, just the single elimination versus the best 2 out of 3 format in the SHL playoffs. A lot likelier for upsets to take place. As Stevens comes over the line, only 8 seconds left, centered at Hoffer. What a pass! And Blake Hoffer's got his 2nd of the game, but that one was all Ben Stevens. How did he get that to Blake?
Yeah, really good pass there by Stevens. And he's looking to pass that, and he just kind of throws it out in front, finds Hoffer. That's actually for 77 for Carmel. It's puck watching there as opposed to finding Stevens.
Yeah, Joshua Bross. And Hoffer's got his 2nd of the game, and for Blake Hoffer, the first Titan player to hit number 20 on the SHL season. So 18 goals coming into tonight, and now that number is up to 20.
Do you think that 20 is accurate?
What do you mean?
The shots on goal?
20 shots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. The Titans had a lot of pressure on him. So that's going to do it for the first period of play. 4-0 is your score in favor of the Glenbrook South Titans. 20-6 your shots on goal. And 2 goals from Blake Hoffer, Evan Bonnell with 1 as well. And I am Jonah Weiss with the 4th. So Glenbrook South in full control, David. You can never get too comfortable here in this league. You never know what's in store, but hey, we talk about the Titans hitting 30 shots on goal in their last 4 games, and talk about how that number is impressive. David, how about 20 in the first period?
Well, actually, I had one of the parents behind me said they're going to get up to 60 shots on goal.
Was that Joe Hoffer?
Yeah, it was. I'm just trying to find the replay of the hit that happened on Hoffer, because I think the Titans are very lucky that he's not injured.
It's going to be one where you have this and this selected. Let's see, this is power play, so it's going to be before this. I think it's going to be down there. Probably not that early. Let me see. Maybe this. Yeah, this is it. Or maybe this is the goal.
Going to.
But anyway, we're getting set here for the second period, David. And if you're PJ Eberhardt, the head coach of the Carmel Corsairs, how are you approaching the last 34 minutes of this one?
Well, I think one is Gavin's got to turn the music off.
Well, we switch sides, period of the long change. Titans and Corsairs, happy to have you with us here on this Wednesday night from Glenview Ice Center.
But yeah, Dylan, back to your question. I mean, if you're Carmel, you've kind of dug yourself in a big enough hole already as it is.
Preston scrambling, and eventually we'll cover this one up. And you talking about a Carmel team. This is a Carmel team that has actually beaten New Trier 5-1 this season, so you can never count them out.
And if you do count it out, you'll see what happens, right? Especially with that New Trier losing to Carmel. I know in the past when New Trier has lost to teams they shouldn't have lost to, they'll call up guys from blue or white. I don't know if they did that
I
this
remember
year
that
or not,
with the Barrington situation.
That was with the Barrington situation. That's the thing about the varsities. You always have someone that wants your spot.
That one deflects, but an easy one for Thomas Preston, who's made all 9 stops between the pipes.
Well, listen, Dylan, they may not be as skilled as you, but they will work 10 times harder than you when they have that opportunity. And that's the dream, obviously, right, is to be on that varsity team.
Weller to the near side, Hoffer able to force this one out. Pajurski chasing after it. Benji Pajurski gets to it, but Josh Bross takes it away. Behind the Corsair net, Pajurski lifts the stick. able to get the puck back, keep it on sides, goes down to Stevens, but instead Leaston stick, and he helps get it out to the neutral zone and beyond. Aiden Weller picks it up. Tried to play it out, but off the skate of Circland. And Carmel tries to wrap around wide open right there for Circland, but he couldn't get a stick to that one. Now Pajurski off the boards. Blake Hoffer gets the puck, partial break. Hoffer slides it over. Here's a chance, and Stevens could not get that one by. A selfless play, especially for someone who's a goal away from a hat trick, Blake Hoffer.
Yeah, I mean, that play is set up right there by Pajurski, goes off the boards. I mean, that's just a hockey IQ play right there. He's going to be a senior that's really missed on this Titans team, as Hoffer then moves it back over to Stevens. Get a good look of it from the behind the net vantage point, but Pajurski, one of the players on this Glenbrook South roster that's got high hockey IQ, really can make things possible, get the puck over to his line mates, hence why he's got a lot of assists on the season.
Yeah, David, 8 goals, but 19 assists for Benji Pajurski, who's been on this varsity team for 3 seasons now, played his sophomore year, and now has earned his first line minutes here as a senior. Ryan Mulvey gets this one down low. Played around the corner and up to the point, but McPherson couldn't keep it in. Here comes Dick chasing after it. McPherson gets to it first. Cole McPherson in his own zone. Skates out to neutral ice with it. Over the line he comes. McPherson puts on the brakes, gets hit by Rose near sideboards. Now Preston with it. Slides it over. Higgins picks it up, but could not corral that puck off the boards. And Ben Vavra coming over the line, left wing side. Vavra down to the corner, centered it, looking for Rose. That never found him. And here come the Titans. Jack Higgins up to Jonah Weiss. Weiss, who scored the game's opening goal. Now to Higgins, down to Weiss. Pressured by Ligori, but down to Cesario eventually. Jonathan Cesario plays it up to Will Fagan, right point. He shoots. Loud thud off the blocker of Tommy Steiner as he stopped that shot. Now out in neutral ice. The Corsairs able to get this one into their attacking zone, but can't hang on to it. As Sokol will play it out to Surma. Now Sokol tried to hack it ahead. Frank Surma will grab it and come over the line. Surma, what a move. Frank Surma with one hand on his stick, draws a penalty, even though he doesn't score the goal. And the Titans are going to their 3rd power play of the game.
Yeah, Carmel's going to go to the box again.
I mean, look at this move here by Frank Surma.
It's actually a pretty easy call for the officials, too. So the stick gets lodged up in Surma's hands. Get the good vantage point from behind the net. So, again, more, I guess, practice, if you will, for the Titans on these power plays. It's not like, they don't need to score, I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, you can tell the refs are calling an honest game when the score is 4-0.
But, shouldn't they always, though?
Yeah, they should. So all power plays by the Titans, which we have not said yet. I apologize to Pete Mulvey and RSM, the power of being understood.
Did he just give you your check today too? Take it back. Give it to me.
Well, here's his son, Ryan Mulvey. Takes a shot. That one wouldn't go. Gets deflected to the near side for Cesario. Titans have had 7 minutes worth of power play time here in this game. After the major call that ejected Van Bickers from the contest, Ryan Mulvey with a shot. They score! Deflected on its way. Will Fagan right in front of the net. Mulvey will lead the handshake line. It is a 5-0 game.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what happens on that. Actually, Hoffer wants to take a look, too.
Yeah, Gerard has this locked in place, so you don't want to move it too much.
Oh, he does.
We'll get a better look at the net cam.
He struggled. Hey, wait. You get the behind the net.
I think Will Fagan might have gotten a piece of that one.
Well, you think he would have took credit for it, no?
Yeah.
What's the official?
It's got to be Mulvey. Oh, the official goal goes to Will Fagan. All right, so there you go. That's what we'll go for now. We'll get a more in-depth look at the tape and make sure that game sheet is fully accurate, as we do for all Glenbrook South games. But no running clock till the 3rd period, David. But a 5-0 lead for Glenbrook South here at home. And you think the the stress of final exams is distracting these boys. Think again. Now they rush up ice again. Ben Stevens, tons of speed. Stevens down the left wing side. What a pass to Hoffer, who shoots that one just past the right post. Now poked ahead, Chester circling. Leading a potential 2-on-1, tried a shot, maybe tried to get that one over to Gamble, but missed either way. Now Hoffer looking to spring up Stevens, and eventually got to him. Centered it for Pajurski. Pajurski, tough angle shot off the side of the net. And that'll draw a whistle as the net comes off its pegs.
So Dylan, how was that Winter Classic game, by the way?
Oh, it was a lot of fun, except for the fact that it was very cold. And me and Wes were up at the top row of the bleachers, so we were feeling all the wind.
Was it?
And,
it wasn't inside. Like
what?
where you were.
No. We ended up figuring it out so that we could be there. We had the wireless, kind of like Gerard's little wireless mics, but yeah, I had the headset in so I could hear Wes, but Wes couldn't hear me through the headphones. But great event put on by the Lake Forest Scouts and these Corsairs. Lucky to be part of it for that Blackhawks rivalry series. And we saw an elite jersey matchup too, the Lake Forest light blue and the Carmel brown jerseys. We're going to get a penalty here as a man's hit into the boards on the near side. Cross-checking, we'll see which way it goes. It's sort of in our blind spot. And
that's a pretty easy call for the officials.
It's going to go against Dylan Lytell. And Carmel is going to get a power play in this one, which means the Titans are going to the penalty kill. All penalty kills on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys, and Carmel wins the face-off to get set up. Favre over to Havlis. He shoots. That one deflected high, just stays in the rink off the top couple inches of the glass, and then turning around and clearing this one out, Adam Sokol.
And anytime Lytell took the penalty there, but anytime your hands are up going into the back of another player, the officials are going to call that.
Now Rose tried to send it back up ice. Cesario cleared it out. Adam Sokol chasing after it. Here he comes. Sokol couldn't get it to his forehand. Some hands go up in the Glenbrook South fan section, but no penalty called, as Adam Sokol right there was looking for his second shorthanded goal of the season.
Yeah, if that stick is lower, they call it, but because that stick is almost at the waist, there's no reason for a penalty call on that.
Ligori centers it. Capulong tried to play it up, but that's intercepted by Cesario and run it back. But this time Ligori will get there first. Sokol still pressuring as it goes to the far side, and he strips the puck away from Bross. Centers it. Hoffer. Blake Hoffer. Right wing circle. What a move. Couldn't get to his puck after the fact. As those are the two players that have the Titans' two shorthanded goals on the season, Adam Sokol and Blake Hoffer. Titans have scored more than two, but that's just SHL-wise. Here's Gamble, top of the slot, trying to get around Will Fagan. He could not, and here comes Glenbrook South, 2-on-1. Benji Pajurski down the left wing. Nice move, Pajurski to the net, tried to find the 5-hole of Steiner. He could not.
How about that little nifty play there by Pajurski there?
5-0 game. Might as well try it.
Between the legs.
Yeah. Especially if it works. I mean,
that probability, the probability of that working is better. It might be better than making a move.
I mean, listen, the only thing he didn't do was score the goal. The move worked.
Oh, and he tried to go for that 5-hole too. That's exactly where you want to go once you get the goaltender sliding.
All right, so a very impressive penalty kill by the Titans. They're 1 for 1. We're back to 5-on-5 play. Carmel really didn't have anything set up in their zone. Here comes Hoffer, nice move and neutralize around Stokel. He gets taken down, maybe tripped up, but no call, as we will play on here. Will Fagan, neutralize.
Whoa, get back in net,
Goes over to Stevens, and I'm not sure why Stevens wasn't reacting there, maybe.
Well, it was because Preston went to the net thinking there was a penalty. There was no penalty, and that kind of just froze everyone up for a second because the Titans bench was making sure that Preston got back in his net.
And Luke Fagan just couldn't keep that one in the zone. He'll chase it back out to the neutral zone, and Weller will dump this one in. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the second, as this one's cleared All the way down by Carmel. Will it have enough? Yes. 25-10 are your shots on goal here, David. And after the Titans had 20 shots in the first, only 5 here in the second so far.
So I didn't hit the replay button, Dylan, but Preston was almost at the blue line.
Oh, wow. I did not notice that.
That's why there was all that confusion.
Well, that makes sense. As we'll drop the puck at the right wing circle, Dylan Ward, David Ventura, happy to have you with us. We've got a thriller here at the Glenview Ice Center. As Adam Sokol takes it in the neutral zone, comes over the line. Sokol couldn't get around a couple Corsairs, and Caden Gornick will take it away for Carmel. Pass out to Circlin. Chester Circlin in his 5th SHL game this season. Over to Capulong. He fires a shot. That one high of the net. Rebound taken away by the Titans as they clear it out to the neutral zone. Sokol, what a backhand pass to Cesario. Jonathan Cesario is taken down.
Penalty shot. Yeah!
There you go. So Jonathan Cesario will have a one-on-one shootout type attempt.
Do you think that his dad knows it's a penalty shot?
I think so. I saw the grin.
So Dylan,
Gornick just went to the box. He's about to be told that he doesn't have to be in the box.
So Dylan, when there's 2 teams in the standings tied at the end of the year, what is the first tiebreaker? Is it head-to-head?
Yep.
Head-to-head. And then, well, I guess there wouldn't be another thing, right? Okay, gotcha.
There's 3 games.
I wasn't sure if it was plus minus.
All right, Jonathan Cesario waits for the signal. He's got 5 goals, 5 assists this SHL season. He'll get to rush in on the goaltender one-on-one. No one chasing him. All he has to do is keep forward momentum, and he can do whatever he wants. Let's see what Johnny pulls out of his bag. Here comes Cesario, a slow approach. In the slot, takes a shot. He hits the post with it. And we stay 5-0.
I don't mind that nice little shot on the penalty shot. I mean, a lot of players in the SHL try to make a move there, but if you can beat the goaltender with the shot, take it. And he does. He just rings that off the pipe.
And as a result there, David, the Titans don't get a power play. Their missed penalty shot is their quote-unquote missed power play. So we'll stick with 5-on-5 play. 8:23 to go in the second. 5-0 Titans here at Glenview Ice Center. The goals today from Blake Hoffer. He's got 2. Jonah Weiss, Evan Bonnell, and what we think is Will Fagan. Might be Ryan Mulvey. We'll have to take a look at that deflection. They have it listed as Fagan.
I'll tell you what they do is they ask the players who scored when they're not exactly sure who put that in the back of the net. So Fagan took credit for it. So I would imagine that, you know, he's not going to take away someone else's goal as we got a penalty.
What the?
Dylan.
You got to replay that, right?
No, I missed it.
Oh, you did?
No.
I'm not sure why this is. I mean, it looks like he just fell on his own.
I'll tell you why. Because he gets his stick in there from the referee's vantage points penalty, and it's also 5-0. But you know what, though? If a player's got momentum up the ice and you throw your stick in the shin pads anywhere near it, they're going to call it a penalty. And they fall down. That's the other thing, too.
David, you also make a good point about the score of the game. So,
I think if he doesn't fall down, it's not a penalty.
Yeah.
That's why you got to sell it, you know?
All right, here we go. Yeah, I remember you saying that when you were with Anthony the other day. Fall down, fall down.
That's right. You got to fall down.
All right, Corsairs 0 for 1 on the power play. If you remember their only look, it was an outstanding PK by the Titans. Here's Havlis towards the net. That one off the pad of Preston. Rebound will clear the zone. Here comes Sokol. He had 1 or 2 shorthanded rushes, but he can't get it ahead this time. Ronan Havlis gets it down to Ligori, one-timer, and the save made by Preston.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dylan, Preston read that perfectly, that one-timer that Carmel had.
Now Ben Vavra up high, takes a shot. That one blocked by Cesario. As Carmel's lone goal in that 4-1 loss in the Winter Classic was Ben Vavra on the power play. And, you know, David, I'm just realizing Ben's younger brother, Max, is not here at Glenview Ice Center, and he is a force to be reckoned with here in the SHL. He was actually the only sophomore or younger
Which
to make the
Varva is
SHL
that?
All-Star game roster. Max.
Oh. Well,
Only
that's,
sophomore or younger to make the All-Star
yeah,
roster.
he's got 17 points on this Carmel roster. What the heck, man?
When you talk about the short bench, got the ejection too to Van Bickers, so now down only 12 skaters.
No, 13. I mean, it was 14.
It was 14, okay.
Yeah.
So Stokel will dump this one in.
Dylan, that gives you 2 full lines and a full line of forwards. So 3 lines at high school hockey at the varsity level is not ideal. And then you only have 4 defensemen. So either they're playing with 5 and 8, or they're playing with 9 and 4.
Well, Bickers is a defenseman. He's out of the game. Caden Gornick is not here. Chester Cirkland is a defenseman. Ben Vavra is a defenseman. Christian Leaston, Mark Elwanger, and Josh Bross. So you got to think that some of those D-men are playing that forward position. As this one's played off the near boards. Power play's over. The Titans PK is a really impressive 2 for 2. Lots of shorthanded bids as well. As Aiden Weller retreats back to his own zone. If the score stays the same, we will skip the Zamboni intermission, head straight to the running clock third period with the 5-goal differential.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Here's
Score another
Pajewski.
one.
Gets it up to Luke Fagan, takes a shot, deflected, they score! I believe that's Luke Fagan, and that is his first career Glenbrook South hockey goal, and it's number 6 of the game for number 6.
Good, they should make me the coach.
Pop Blake hit it.
We're showing Hoffer the replay here. The only one that is really easy to see is the behind the net.
Oh!
That might be Hoffer.
Well, one way or the other, it's a significant goal. As we're still waiting for it to load into game sheet, it was another close deflection play. And let's see who they give it to. They will give it to Blake Hoffer. So there you have it.
I told you, it went off his shin pad.
So
is that the 3rd goal?
that's his 3rd goal, David, and that is the first hat trick, SHL or otherwise, by the Glenbrook South Titans here this season.
No, they did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Now Lagori over the line, shoots that one wide of the net. And David, you were just talking to Joe Hoffer. I don't know if you heard me, but that is the first hat trick by the Glenbrook South Titans, SHL or otherwise this season.
Well, there was no hats on the ice, man.
Well, he's got a big net in the way.
Well, there's some room.
As now Boris comes over the line. Zach Boris takes a shot. That one stopped. Rebound, Lytel just couldn't get to it. As it's cleared out by Carmel, here comes Lagori. Got it to
be
Dick.
prepared for those rebounds, man.
Now Ryan Mulvey plays it out to the neutral zone. Leaston up to Dick, trying to backhand that one deep. He could not. Cole McPherson gets this one ahead as it gets played back for Carmel as they rush in. Here's Havlis with a shot. That one stopped by Preston. Rebound sent up high. Rose just can't keep it in. And so he'll have to dump it. 4 minutes to go here in the second period. It's all Titans here at home for this one. Ronan Havlis, what a move there between the legs. Gets a shot on goal, and Preston makes the save.
We'll go to that second. We'll go to that if we have time. This is the GBS broadcast. You can see the shot that Boris had there. I mean, that you just got to go to that hard if you're Glenbrook South. Just throw the replay on that.
Yeah,
so
I really
want
to see this. We'll just go behind the net for this one. I mean, this is an impressive move whether he scores it or not. Oh, wow. Oh,
It's a lot
wow.
of height. That was probably going to miss net, but listen, he gets a lot of height on that. Most players aren't able to do that.
All right, Cesario. And taken away by the Titans. They can't clear it out. Gets dumped back in. Rose and Will Fagan down in that near side corner.
I think this guy that's standing next to Gerard is making his day right now, asking him all the questions about the technical setup and that.
Yeah. As now Cesario over the line. Puck sitting at the blue line, delayed offsides, but won't get whistled down. Titans dump this one back in. 3:11 to go in the second period. Gornick as it comes all the way out of the zone. Chipped in by Pajerski with the backhand. Tommy Steiner, who has played every minute of this game so far for PJ Eberhardt. As Carmel clears it down, deflected, so no icing. Deacon Rose picks the pocket of Fagan, tries a backhander, that didn't work. Now Rose, another backhander save made by Preston. Number 18 on the night. Now this one ahead for Blake Hoffer. Does he have 4 goals in him tonight? Hoffer, top of the right circle, centered it. Stevens, left side. Tried another centering pass, but that one deflected off a skate and goes to Carmel, who sends it the other way. Now a giveaway to Stokel just on sides. Lincoln Stokel can't get a shot off, but the Titans gonna get a penalty.
The Titans took a penalty there. All starts with a turnover they had in their own defensive zone where easy to get the puck out. That finds a stick of a Corsair. And Fagan goes for the hit. So he's gonna go to the box. He's gonna go for elbowing. You can avoid those turnovers. You avoid unnecessary penalties. So Carmel's gonna get another chance on the power play.
You know what, David? I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction. I think the Titans have a shorthanded goal in them tonight.
I don't know, man. That sounds bold to me.
Well, if I get it right, will Gerard buy me a steak dinner?
I'll probably buy you a beer.
Oh, that's fine. All right, Ligori. Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys, the sponsor of all penalty kills here on the South Hockey Network. Titans 2 for 2 on the PK. A couple shorthanded rushes as well. Here's Cesario. He'll get to this one. Taken away by Ligori. He gets it over to Rose, left circle. Deacon Rose looking for the shot pass. Ligori lurking by the net, but it gets deflected up high to Vavra. Now Ligori, top of the circle, tries a shot. That one blocked by the skate of Hoffer. Or pardon me, Luke Fagan. Can't clear it out. Now Vavra. Through it the other side. Rose with a one-timer, and he missed the net with it. Now Vavra gets it back. Goes over to Havlis. Now Vavra shoots. Stopped by by Preston, I should say. Excuse me. Back up to Vavra. 1 to go on the power play. Havlis, they score!
Tip out in front.
Deflected on the shot from the point. And the Corsairs get one back. It is now a 6-1 game. Ronan Havlis leads the handshake line.
Yeah, good thing the Titans scored that 6th goal. That 6th goal, Dylan. I mean, that's, you know, Carmel looked real solid on that power play. I'll tell you that. They're down 6, but that power play setup was nice. See the Titans, they're out in front, and then that's the captain putting that one in the back of the net for Carmel.
Ryan Capulong will be his 9th of the season, and David, it's been a nightmare for the refs here in this one. Lots of deflections in terms of trying to figure out who gets the goals. But 6-1 your score.
It's actually not as hard as you would imagine. You just ask who scored. And the players are more than happy to get their name on the score sheet.
All right, 1 minute to go here in the second period. If the score stays the same, there will be no visit to the locker room. Pajerski. Near side gets it low for Hoffer. Now played over to the far side. Ben Stevens. Stevens eludes a sandwich. Gets it up to Mulvey. Taken away, Lincoln Stokel. He's got a partial break with Will Fagan defending. Stokel takes a shot, and Preston makes the stop. Rebound is grabbed by Pajerski. He might have a 2-on-1 here with Blake Hoffer. Hoffer waits to stay onside. Pajerski turns on the speed. Pajerski threw it to the net. Tipped by Stevens just wide.
Yeah, Pajerski's just trying to settle that puck down. In fact, it still hasn't settled down yet.
As now it's taken away by the Corsairs. And to the near side it comes. Elwanger can't get it out past Hoffer waiting at the line. Hoffer tried a centering pass. Taken away by Stokel. 5 seconds left. As Fagan knocks Stokel off the puck. And he's going to get a penalty for it as time expires in the second.
Yeah, that's the right call there. I know we're going into intermission break, but we'll take another look at that one. I mean, you got to at least somewhat try to play the puck there, and he just kind of throws the hands up. So he's going to get put in the penalty box. There's no Zamboni.
Nope.
Which, now they're closing the doors, so. Might actually be good because the games after always seem to be behind.
Yeah. So Varsity 2 is going to get non-time start today. We know that.
Matter of fact, when they played York, the Varsity 2 game was before, and for whatever reason, we were 50 minutes behind.
That's right. All right, so we're going to have a running clock here in the third period. Dylan Ward and David Ventura along with you here on the South Hockey Network. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Brad Cesario operating the scoreboard. And with the score being what it is, David, the shots on goal a lot closer than they were after the first period. It was 20-9 Glenbrook South after the first. And Carmel outshot the Titans 12-8 in the second, now only trail by 7 shots. This game, technically not over, but...
No, it's not. Does Gerard know that guy?
I don't know.
He just bought him a beer.
Well, there you go.
He got a free beer.
I'm sure Gerard's not complaining about that, but the Corsairs will start this third period on a power play, and all penalty kills sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. David, it only takes one for Carmel to stop the clock, even though we won't have fresh ice.
As you can see, Philbin's actually waiting to talk to the officials. So we'll see.
Gerard, can we get a close-up on Jim Philbin? Gerard. Well, it's not as funny anymore.
Yeah.
But just the white hat hanging over the bench. So the Titans 3 for 3 on the kill.
Listen, we interrupted him. He was mid-sentence explaining the whole setup.
Yeah. All right, so Jim Philbin gets the explanation. Puck falls at center ice, and
I think it might have been an explanation on the penalty.
Yeah, it must have been. And
which, you know,
Joe Hoffer comes in and takes over for the scoreboard, but he's got an easy time here with the running clock.
I want him to stop it.
Yeah.
So you could say something.
All right.
Just went dead silent.
Yeah, it did. Ronan Havlis gets it up to Ligori. Now Deacon Rose being pressured by Sokol. Got it to the near side for Ben Vavra. Vavra over the line, got it across. Capulong plays it off the far half boards. Capulong, Havlis. Capulong gets it back. Goes across Vavra, shoots. Good save made by Preston. Loud thud on that one.
Just, again, another, bad pass there, so bad timing, I guess, on mine. But I was just saying, really good setup by the Corsairs on the power play, despite that bad pass they had. I mean, they had a one-timer pass across the ice, and, again, Preston reading those well tonight.
Deacon Rose leaves it. Gamble gets it down low for Rose once again. Centered it. Goes to Bros. He takes a shot. Save made by Preston. Rebound. He made a second save on the backhander and a third. Thomas Preston, 3 saves on 3 shots in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Dylan, I mean, Preston able to pick up where that puck is, not losing sight of it, which is key as a goaltender. Make that first save. It's a defense responsibility to clear that puck for you. See the Titans clearing out bodies in front. And that's going to be the end of the Corsairs power play.
Yeah, about 20 seconds killed just via the stoppage with the running clock. So we're back to 5-on-5. Titans 4 for 4 on the kill. So I wouldn't mind seeing the Titans go to the box one more time in this one, so get my shorthanded goal prediction.
I told you, man, it was bold. Maybe, listen, I think Gerard's a little distracted here. That's why he's behind a little bit on the...
Elwanger dumps this one in.
Substitution made. Brad's back in. Oh.
As a turnover right in front, Stokel with a shot, and Preston with the stop. The Titans will come the other direction. Here comes Jack Higgins. Higgins, who had an assist on the opening goal. Higgins with a backhand centering pass. Preston right at the doorstep. Couldn't bury that one. Luke Fagan. Top of the left circle. Fagan down low. Pass that one off the end boards. Grab by Caden Gornick. And Mark Elwanger out to Stokel. Out to neutral ice it goes. Aiden Gamble.
Yeah, he's going to go to the box. Come on. just running guys from behind. We're up 6-1.
All right.
Did you see it?
I did. But you decided to call the play-by-play on that one, so I let you do it. So that does stop the clock so that they can put the power play up.
Well, so I told Gerard, I said, I don't mind play-by-play. He goes, I said, I'm not good at it at all, but I get myself into less trouble because I have less time to think.
Yeah. And you got to be on your toes with the play-by-play. So all Titan penalty kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. Let's see if the Titans can make it 5 for 5.
But you got your wish, Dylan.
Yeah. Here's Ligori with a shot. That one blocked by Fagan. Havlis gets it back up high. Got it down low for Ligori. Rocco Ligori. Down to Vavra. Vavra towards the net. Punched out of there by Preston. Now Capulong. Behind the net, they work for it. Ryan Capulong. Left circle goes up to Ronan Havlis.
I was going to say nets off Dylan, but the official fixed it.
So, yeah, we'll roll on here. They don't want to stop the play there. As this one ahead for Cesario on a pass from Sokol. Jonathan Cesario. Around Vavra, puts on the brakes. Backhands it down and kills some time. Ronan Havlis picks it up. Gets it up ice to Deacon Rose. Rose gets it around Fagan and deep. Ryan Mulvey picking it up. Goes over to Surma, who clears it out. Now Elwanger. Got it down to Rose. Behind the net, wraparound try. Big save made by Preston. And that wouldn't go. Well, make sure that's tight. Gerard, are you getting a buzzing, Gerard? As this one's taken away by the Titans. But there's no way it's the YOLO box because we're hearing it. Yeah, it definitely is that. All right, well, Pajerski will dump this one down. Sorry, folks, we're having a little audio difficulties on our end. Did you unscrew this or anything? If you can hear a little buzzing, we do apologize. Yeah, it's definitely you. We're going to get another penalty here. It's okay. Just keep rolling with it. Gerard's not getting any buzzing. Yeah, but you're good. So we're going to get a power play here for Carmel once again. Did you see it, David? Oh, I see the problem. We can't hear you. All right, well, we'll try and get that fixed. But the Titans shorthanded as Ryan Mulvey will come over the line. Mulvey takes a shot. That one taken away by Ligori. As he gets this one down deep.
Well, Dylan, since we were at the
I don't think anyone can hear you right now. Ronan Havlis over to Vavra. Havlis takes a shot. That one deflected wide by Fagan. Now up to Havlis, down to Capulong. Ryan Capulong goes across ice. Rocco Ligori picks it up. Gets it up high to Vavra. Towards the net, deflected high and out of play. And let's see, Gerard, there's definitely a problem with this headset right now. It's what's making the buzzing. So Gerard is trying to fix it right now. Yeah, no more buzzing. As we get back underway. Grab by Pajerski. And yeah, David, there is no more buzzing, so you should be
Can you
good.
hear me now?
Oh, yeah. Gerard coming in to save the day. I don't know how he does it. But glad to have you back. I definitely didn't want our last period together here of this winter break to be interrupted by some technical difficulties, but glad to have you back here on the headset, David.
I was worried because this is, you know, a relatively new headset, almost brand spanking new that I ruined.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Titans have killed it off. And that is, well, let's see here. That is 6 for 6 on the penalty kill for Glenbrook South. Quite impressive stuff. Now centering pass, they score. It's Deacon Rose. And that stops the clock. Carmel makes it 6-2. Although they have not stopped the clock here at Glenview Ice Center.
Maybe they don't know.
Yeah, they probably don't.
Now it's stopped.
So there you go, Deacon Rose, their leading point scorer, gets his 10th of the season and 20th point for the SHL All-Star.
Listen, Del, I'm going to take a look again at that replay. It's just a nice setup overall by Carmel, but, you know, listen, if you're Glenbrook South out in front, I get it 6-1, but you can't be leaving guys, especially a guy like Deacon Rose, unattended just outside of the paint.
Yeah. David Ventura here just trying to talk to some of the parents at every goal, it seems like. And
yeah, I'm a social guy.
oh, well, then you don't hear what I'm saying.
Well, no, I hear what you're saying. Trust me.
So they add some time to the clock. 8:55 here in the third period.
They were asking me if the clock was supposed to stop or not.
All right, well, so we do have no more running clock here in the third period, unless the Titans get another one.
Come on, Jonah, put one in the back of the net, man. Let's get this clock running.
Luke Fagan dumps this one in down the right wing side, goes over to Christian Leaston. Now Boris takes it away, takes a shot, that one high of the net. Rebound picked up by Weiss, goes up to Preston with it. Or pardon me, McPherson. McPherson takes a shot, that one over the net as well. Boris down below the goal line.
Oh,
now penalty coming up against the Titans. Delayed call. Well, Carmel gets this one ahead, eventually touched by McPherson there as we get the whistle with 8:05 to go in the third.
I keep cutting you off, Dylan, but I guess I'm not really sure what the penalty was for.
It's like elbowing the signal. So the Titans going to the kill for the seventh time.
Listen, I'm glad I'm not the only one confused. Joe's confused too as to why that was a penalty. He didn't really even do anything. Yeah.
All right, so Carmel power play once again. All penalty kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. And Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys getting their money's worth here tonight. Titans 6 for 6 on the PK.
Well, listen, RSM is too, man.
Yeah.
We haven't really spent much of this game 5-on-5.
Havlis gets it down to Capulong. Ryan Capulong goes over. Pass up high, Capulong. Favre, now Havlis. Good puck movement here by the Corsairs. Over to the slot, taken away by the Titans. Sokol backhands it out.
That's late. What the heck are we doing, guys?
Got a penalty coming up here against the Corsairs this time.
I mean, that's terribly late. So late that I might have even got the replay on that. Oh, no, I did.
So the Titans penalty kill as a result goes 7 for 7.
Listen, Dylan, we got to watch these last 7 minutes because both teams are kind of taking unnecessary hits, and I wouldn't be surprised if an injury is the result of this one at some point in this game.
14 penalty minutes for the Titans. That's way above their league average, which is 6.75 per game. Carmel takes the most penalties in the SHL, 14.43 per game. As this is going to be a pretty devastating loss for the Corsairs if they're not able to come back. As, again, we mentioned, they're 4 points out of a playoff spot. They have 3 games in hand against Lake Forest. Here come the Titans. 2-on-1 here in the 4-on-4. Hoffer goes over to Pajurski. Backhand shot wouldn't go. Benji Pajurski picks it back up. Goes up to Mulvey with it. Shoots. Deflected high by Steiner. Up and out of play.
Yeah, we'll take a look there. The chance that Hoffer and Pajurski had. Hoffer able to move that over to Pajurski, just not in his wheelhouse, as Pajurski had to open up there. If he didn't open up, he would have been on his backhand, so that's kind of where you got to find the wheelhouse. Titans unable to connect, but, you know, again, 4-on-4 hockey for the next 50 seconds, and then the Titans get a 40-second power play.
Surma gets this one down low. Taken by Gornick. Caden Gornick out through neutral ice, ahead to Stokel. Now Gornick gets it back. Gornick over the line. Being pressured. Near side, and the Titans get it out. Adam Sokol. Up ice, goes to Ryan Mulvey after a deflection. Now to Frank Surma. Surma shoved off the puck by Stokel. And the Corsairs give it right up to Surma once again. Frank Surma crashes the net, centered it for Sokol. Goes to Mulvey instead, takes a shot, that one blocked. As Weller gets the rebound off that shot block. Aiden Weller down below the goal line. Up to Surma, but missed him. And the Titans have to chase it out of the zone. Jonathan Cesario gets it deep.
Now they're on the power play.
Yeah, for about 30 seconds or so. Mulvey trying to keep that one in. He could not. As the Titans got to watch out here for too many men. They are fine right now. As Pajurski to Weller, missed Stevens with the pass. Lincoln Stokel will clear this one out. As the Corsairs actually out shooting the Titans 8-3 here in the third period. Remember, it was 20-6 after the first. And now it's 31-29.
Yeah, Dylan, you were saying, I was talking to the parents. One of the things I was talking to Hoffer about, he was saying 60 shots. I said, no, 40.
Well, Titans need 9 more to get there. As Rose. The most shots on goal I've ever seen the Titans have in one game was in the round of 32 last year in the A-High State playoffs. They played St. Viator Varsity 2. They won that game 8-0, and they had a nice 69 shots on goal.
Really?
That's right.
Do you remember who scored?
The 8 goals?
Yeah.
I remember Sherwood had 2 goals because I have one of those goal calls in my highlight reel from last season.
And who did you do those games with?
Those ones were with my dad.
Okay.
So my dad, John Ward, who's filled in a couple times here this season, now that David Ventura is going back to school after this game, you're going to get John Ward for most of the rest of the season, as we've now made a yearly tradition. David at the winter break and my dad for the rest of the season, after I do the most of the first portion of the season by myself. As this one goes off the side of the net, picked back up by Carmel, Josh Bross.
You know, Dylan, I do still have a DePaul game with you this weekend, and then also the Blackhawks Rivalry Series game on the 25th.
Well, I'm not part of that game, but I think
Tony.
Yeah, Anthony Pasquale, who you heard on Sunday against the St. Ignatius Wolfpack. I'm gonna miss you, David, but like you said, this is not, well, it's our last GBS game together before you go back to school. It's not our last game together, so if you want to hear me and David, make sure you tune into the DePaul Hockey Network, also on YouTube, 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. Titans actually have this weekend off. They're not going to play again until a week from tonight, as this one's centered. Nobody there to tap it home. Lots of teams participating in out-of-town tournaments, including the JV Titans this weekend. But Glenbrook South taking the weekend off to rest up, so no games.
Hopefully they don't get themselves into too much trouble, because for them it'll be a 4-day weekend.
That's right. Final exams conclude tomorrow.
Get that Friday off, and then obviously Monday is Martin Luther King Day.
That's right. Under 3 to go now in this one. as Carmel tries to clear it off the high glass, but just missing it. Capulong, it goes up and out of play. 2:51 here in the third period as the Titans looking to break their 2-game losing streak, David, and if they hang on for this one, they'll make it undefeated in regulation for 5 straight.
Yeah, and Dylan, obviously this is the time of the season to get big wins like this. You know, just to kind of look into their next matchup. They got a big powerhouse team in that St. Viator. Obviously, they're known for their physical contact. This year, I'd say, is a big year for Viator in terms of skill level.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really, you know, not only they have the physicality element, but they got that. Oh, we're going to get a penalty here. I hope that got caught on the mics.
What?
What Gerard said.
I didn't hear it.
I'm not going to repeat what he said. He was saying what I was thinking. Stevens is going to go to the box as he takes down. Man, how about that?
Rocco Ligori.
Ligori, yeah.
All right, so here is the chance for me to...
Oh, what do we miss? I want to see this. Hey! Punch him in the face.
Yeah, Rocco Ligori, who now takes the face-off to open the power play. All penalty kills on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys. And last chance for the Titans to fulfill my prediction here. Talk about St. Viator there, David. A huge game later tonight in the SHL. 8:50 start down at Heartland as Loyola goes against St. Viator.
So I don't know, you know, maybe you disagree with this, Dylan, but the SHL as a whole, in terms of the amount of students going to games, seems to be less than normal.
I would probably have to agree, as this shot by Capulong is right into the B on the GBS on Preston's jersey. It is final exam week, so.
But in general,
I know.
there is not that many people at these games. I'm sure you remember doing games with Casey Crable. Those were relatively packed.
I think for me, the biggest year of fans showing up was the year after you graduated, Luke Winger's senior year. I think the hype around the South hockey team was at its peak at that point, and in the SHL. But David, St. Viator has won 5 straight. Loyola has won 4 straight. So something's got to give down in Lincolnwood. That should be an interesting one. And then the Lake Forest Scouts in action tonight against Glenbrook North over at Northbrook Sports Center. And Scouts actually the designated home team in that one, David, as they deal with maintenance issues at Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse. Pajerski on 2 shots couldn't bury it. Then Surma could not either.
And just so you folks at home don't have to, you know, watch that Viator and Loyola game, the final score of that will be 4-3 St. Viator in overtime. So
okay,
save yourself the, you know, watching that game.
You heard it here first.
All right, guys, let's calm down a little
Well, David,
bit.
how about that Lake Forest Glenbrook North game? That one's at 9-10.
Yeah, that's not going to be close, man.
Well, what do you got for the final score?
It's going to be 5-2.
All right.
It's going to be like a you know, 5-1 and then 5-2, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Penalty over. And we're back to 5-on-5. 30 seconds to go in this one. Titans up 6-2.
I have gotten one guess right this season.
Yeah.
That was the Fenwick and St. Ignatius game.
Yeah, you predicted Fenwick not only to win, David, but you got the score right. 4-3, I think.
Well, Ignatius, for whatever reason, has problems occasionally against Fenwick. So,
all right, 8 seconds to go here at the Glenview Ice Center. And in each and every year of the SHL's existence, the Glenbrook South Titans here once again have clinched the SHL playoffs, as they will be in the top 8 of the league standings mathematically. And in a league where 8 teams out of 11 make the playoffs, you know, if you like to think that making the playoffs is gonna happen, but at the end of the day, there are 3 teams that don't, so it's not a given. And the Titans, with another successful season, of course, they're over 500, and they will be playing in that best 2-out-of-3 series in the SHL quarterfinals.
Yeah, Dylan, obviously, you know, Titans will look towards that next game against St. Viator, and then, you know, at that point, they'll have, well, do they play 30 games in the SHL?
Yeah, 30.
So they'll have 5 games left to try to make a push for a higher seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, currently the number 6 seed as it stands if it were to end today, as they say. So definitely want to boost that up because it's not a direct correlation, but usually the SHL final standings go hand in hand with the state rankings, it seems like. Glenbrook South will end up taking this one 6-2, 34-32, the final shots on goal as the teams shake hands at center ice, and Asher Vanderplug and Deacon Rose, close friends for years.
Well, he seems to be friends with everyone on the team.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tommy Steiner as well. So there you go. The Titans have not lost in regulation yet here in 2025, and they improved their record to 13-7-5. Meanwhile, Carmel's playoff hopes take another hit as their record falls in the SHL play to 8-14-2, and they will need a miracle run at this point if they want to catch the Lake Forest Scouts. Well, David, the Titans had some fun tonight. So did we, and it's been a blast to call South hockey games with you all winter break long. And David Ventura, if some of you at home did not know him until the late December last year, now you do, and he'll be going back to school. So I appreciate you coming in and keeping me company here in the broadcast booth on the South Hockey Network.
Yeah, Dylan, pleasure doing games with you as always. And we'll run it back next year unless I end up taking a class in another country over the J term, but we'll see where things happen, I guess, or what happens.
And don't forget, if you want to hear me and David work together one more time this season, go ahead and tune into the DePaul Network on YouTube, 3:30 start, as they will take on Marion down at Johnny's Ice House on Saturday. So 3:30 on Saturday. That'll be me and David's final game in general together. But tonight, our final Glenbrook South game. Well, for all of the people here at our fine crew this evening, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator, and my partner, David Ventura, do you have any final thoughts?
I don't. I think I said what I wanted to say.
All right. David Ventura, my name's Dylan Ward, saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you for the next one a week from tonight. Same time, same place, 7:10 p.m. here at the Glenview Ice Center as the Titans wrap up the season set over the St. Viator Lions. Till then, enjoy the rest of your week and weekend, everybody, and we'll see you on Wednesday.